We call upon you, our beloved God. In the name of Christ, we summons the great angels, saints of all religions. We ask that you surround us with healing light. Fill every cell with the spiritual harmony of the soul that I am, your child. Thank you.
Aloha, aloha, aloha. I so love welcoming you with aloha. I so love welcoming you to another episode of spiritual storytelling. For thousands of years, master storytellers have used stories to pass on blessings, seed generational wisdom, and trigger aha moments within listeners. Aloha means and carries all the blessings of absolute true love, divine light, the presence of divine breath, recognizing God in everyone, in all of life, truth and humbleness, being aware in each moment. Can you imagine living in aloha every moment? Can you imagine leaping over life's challenges with grace and ease to experience the wonders of vital health, the freedom of financial wealth, the bliss of a quiet, focused mind, the joys of loving relationships, your infinite soul powers, and seeing your dreams come true? Over the past 40 years, I've helped thousands of people of all ages do just that. That's how I know you too can live like that. And my mission in life is to help you get there. And today, I'm going to give you 5 proven ways you can turn up the dial on your aloha light, the vibrations, the love pulsating in your body so you can fall asleep instantly and ecstatically every night. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting before, my name is Timothy, the Magical Kids Books creator. I've now been blessed to write more children's stories than anyone alive, 86 to date, with many more coming. These stories not only entertain, educate, and inspire young children, they also awaken, delight, and or harmonize the inner child within everyone, regardless of age, including you. I'm also a master of multiple ancient arts and sacred sciences. All my entertaining and educational family stories and courses are created with God's grace, along with the wisdom, creativity, and radiant love arising from 70 plus years of life experiences. These stories and courses switch on the love, bliss, and brilliance genes in all generations. Even as you're listening now, your love, bliss, and brilliance genes, and much more are being activated and upgraded. To help keep these energies flowing when you're done listening, you'll find some free stories, fairy tales of the heart, along with guided meditations, a free webinar, songs, qigong exercises, and other gifts at the freebie tab at timothystutz.com. That's STUETZ. There's something for everyone in the family that will trigger aha moments, supercharge your energy, health, happiness, and help you live a thriving life in all ways. I'll put the link to these powerful gifts in the show notes. I'm also sure you'll have some insightful aha moments during our time together now or in the coming days as the aha seeds of Aloha's divine light we're now planting start to sprout. Personally, I've been delighted by, more like enthralled by, or mesmerized by light for as long as I can remember. Colorful twinkling Christmas lights decorating houses and trees, city lights, especially viewed from dark hilltops. As a child, the headlights of cars streaming towards us on the other side of the freeway mesmerized me. I still remember the first time I saw the nighttime sky filled with a blanket of stars, more stars than I had ever seen. I was laying down in the back of our station wagon, looking up wide-eyed at the seamless, endless sea of stars as we headed towards Las Vegas from Southern California. Stars that were hidden from my sight by all the light and smog pollution prevalent in the early 50s Southern California skies. I was even more wide-eyed and wonderstruck as we entered the Las Vegas Strip. Even in the 50s, the bright, colorful, sparkling lights were dazzling. I'm now blessed to live in a womb of mountains overlooking the Mediterranean, where the stars shine brightly most of the time. Not as bright as they do in Sedona, Arizona, or the islands of Hawaii, but bright enough to delight my eyes and thrill my heart. Plus, this location seems to be in a corridor blessed with many shooting stars or meteor remnants at certain times of the year. Not knowing whether we were in one of those time frames a few nights ago, I went onto the upper terrace shortly before midnight to rebound before going to sleep. Pulling the cover off the rebounder, I found myself wanting to see a shooting star. 2 minutes later, straight up at midnight, a very large meteor remnant shot directly over me from behind, leaving a bright trail of light sparkling before my amazed eyes at the height a helicopter whirls through the skies. The main portion then disintegrated. Minutes later, two more faint shooting stars simultaneously shot out in the opposite directions, directly above where the main ball disintegrated. I was then gifted with one more burst of light high in the skies before going to bed. Once in bed, that shooting star started glowing brightly in my heart, sending rays of light throughout my body, and then bursting, sending waves of light throughout all of creation. Waves of light that penetrated every person, animal, plant, molecule of water and soil, and particle of the air we breathe. This just happened. I didn't start the process, but I did continue it. I repeated it over and over about a half dozen times before falling asleep as and within these light blessings, as light, as aloha, as love. And this is one of the ways you can go to sleep every night, filled with light, feeling and experiencing yourself as pure love and light. Pure love and light that's blessing all life, all creation with your love and light. This is possible. I experience it every night. To get started, or perhaps add to your own nighttime rituals, simply repeat this visualization with awareness and feeling. Paul Muller Ortega, a meditation practitioner and teacher for over 50 years, said, "Make life into light, into blissfulness, completion, and attainment, into mastery and profound sacrificial service. Turn the ordinary into something sacred, that which is profane into that which is perfect and exquisite. Transform life from drudgery into blissful, moment by moment experience. Turn life away from superficiality, unrootedness, and change that only means loss. Remake it in the permanence and stability of fulfillment and wholeness, attainment, goodness, capacity, and efficacy. Transform it to the profound and divine enactment of the sacredness of everything, everywhere, always, under all circumstances. The light is making its presence known. Dazzling flashes of its ultimacy appear like lightning in a dark night. Suddenly, inner space is momentarily illuminated, and a tantalizing vision of perfection is beheld within. These glimpses of our true nature, of our true reality, need to become our condition and state of life to be lived in, lived from, and lived as the moment by moment unfolding of our life. The absolute, that perfect wholeness and mysterious ultimacy, which abides within everything and every single being, is present everywhere. It is eternal, never changing, yet it is the ultimate source of everything. It is from that everything is arising in our life. It is the shapely forming of the formless into states of consciousness, into experience, identity, objects, knowledge, perceptions, and intuitions. The great light, this light is ultimately valuable, precious, beyond imagination. It is sacred and divine. It is everything. It is what each of us actually is, the reality of our life. It is calling us. And I just gave you one way you can experience your light and share it with all creation as you go to sleep. As you do this more and more, as you practice it, you can experience your own divine aloha light on demand, whenever and wherever you want, just like we shared in the previous spiritual storytelling episode, Anger, Jet Fuel for Ecstasy, Empowerment, and Enlightenment. And in our next episode, Lights, Action, Camera, Start Playing Your Part. And here's another fun way you can reconnect with your divine light. As you go to sleep, visualize, breathe, and feel particles of light, like all those sparkling stars you see when Scotty beams people on or off the Starship Enterprise on Star Trek, or stars from sparklers entering the soles of your feet and gradually moving upwards, filling your legs, pelvis, torso, arms, neck, and head. See these sparkles of light then flowing out the palms of your hands and soles of your feet, forming a cocoon of light all around your body. Repeat this until you fall asleep in this cocoon of light and or are blessed with other divine experiences. When an astrologer first taught me this visualization, I did it consecutively for 10 nights. During each of those nights, I experienced myself in other dimensions as my body slept. I was given teachings. I was shown the purpose of things that had happened in the past and previews of the future. My imagination isn't vast enough to imagine the many blessings you'll receive by doing this as you go to sleep. Ecstasy, ecstasy, ecstasy. Remember, you'll also find some very powerful guided meditations on my website at timothystutz.com under the freebie section. One of them is called Negung. Repeating the refrain and 4 simple statements of this meditation every night for the first 6 months after I learned it not only quickened my sleep, but it also deepened it. First disclosed to the public in the 1800s, Master Hakuin used it to not only heal his physical body, which no doctor or herbalist had been able to do, but to also return to his natural state of enlightenment. Because of his profound experience, one night after those 6 months of nightly repetition, where I usually fell asleep very quickly, I decided to stay awake, repeating the phrases all night if I had to, until I too had some sort of profound experience. Perhaps no more than 30 minutes into these repetitions, every cell of my body lit up like 1,000 suns. Within this divine explosion of light, I felt like I was eternal, limitless, yet I could hear sounds from miles away. Ever since that night, I usually fall into an instantaneous, deep sleep, totally feeling love, light, and bliss immediately upon laying down, only using this Negung mantra whenever I experience a block in the flow of my life. I can't recommend strongly, or should I say lovingly enough, to fill your being with these Negung light blessings until you too burst into thousands of glowing sun stars. And speaking of feeling eternal, here's one of my favorite affirmations for accelerating my ongoing experience of the divine light and eternal nature I am. It's from Paramahansa Yogananda. I am the sphere of love in which all creation, all stars, all planets, all beings are glimmering. Please repeat that with me. I am the sphere of love in which all creation, all stars, all planets, all beings are glimmering. Let's do it one more time and add in the word eternal before sphere. I am the eternal sphere of love in which all creation, all stars, all planets, all beings are glimmering. Try repeating this short and oh so sweet affirmation of your divine light, your eternal divine nature, as you go to sleep or any other time. Feel the immensity of you, all of creation, all stars, all planets, all beings are glimmering within you, as you. And if this is so, why do we become bothered by anything or anyone? It's all happening within us, as us. Practices like these have gifted me spontaneous travels through the cosmos multiple times. And if you think the stars sparkling in the skies above Earth are beautiful, or the computer renditions of what satellites send back from outer space, there's nothing like being amongst, as, and with all those sparkling, colorful stars, nebulae, comets, and galaxies up close and personal. No spaceship, no spacesuit, no rigorous astronaut training required. And to help young children hold on to, remember, and fortify their connection with this divine light, I've even written several fairy tales of the heart where children can practice seeing, feeling, being, increasing the light they are as they go to sleep, wake up, and throughout the day. My favorites are sunshine, starshine, submarine sandwiches, the blue pearl starship swirl, and the blue pearl miracle mystery tour. These are all available under the fairy tale tab at timothystutz.com. Also at timothystutz.com is a free webinar that will light you and your children up in imaginable ways. It's titled 3 Magic Wands for More Creative, Happier, and Empowered Children. It's at the top of the freebie page. Remember, you'll find the link to these powerful gifts in the show notes. Every one of us, including you, can instantly light up every cell of your body whenever and wherever we want, more powerfully than any other way you already have. I know this from experience. It requires no outer stimulant, no other person, and no other action other than turning within. Let's do that right now. Let's turn within. Let's conclude this aloha time together with a blessing for each other and all of life. Who knows? You may be lighting up the cells of your body in a way you've never felt before right now. So I invite you to close your eyes if it's safe to do so. Bring your hands to your heart. Be totally present with your hands over your heart. Be aware of your precious breath. Feel it entering and leaving your beautiful body. Feel it entering your body as sparkling light. Feel, perhaps even hear, your beloved heartbeat. Feel your life force, your divine light pulsing in, as, through, and for you. There's nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. Feel the light, the love, the peace, the bliss that you are. Sincerely honor yourself as I am honoring you right now. As all your beloveds, no longer blessing your life with their physical presence, honor you. As all your ancestors are honoring you. Feel the love you are. Feel the magnificence of you. There's nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, except to now send a burst of your divine light as a tidal wave of love rolling out and immersing all life, the entire world, our sun, our moon, all stars, our solar system, our galaxy, and all of creation in light, 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 love, love, love. Aloha, aloha, aloha. If your eyes are closed, slowly open them to the beauty before you. Please help me shine more and more light into the world and share techniques like these by liking and sharing this podcast with your friends and family. Please share any aha moments and experiences you've had listening or by enjoying the practices shared. Share your experiences with your friends, family, on social media, and with me. Aloha, 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 and mahalo. I look forward to being with you again on spiritual storytelling with more ways to lighten, enlighten, and inspire you to live a life of aloha every moment with all my blessings for peace, love, vibrant health, and bliss wrapped in an infinite rainbow of miraculous, magical miracles for you, your children, and your family. Aloha and mahalo for tuning in, for being here now. Shine, 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 beloved friends and family. Be and radiate the divine light, the aloha you are. Fall asleep as that divine light. Fall asleep in ecstasy every night.
Thank you, God. Thank you, healers. Thank you, beings of light. Thank you for filling our temples with your harmonious healing energy. Thank you for filling our souls with the divine spirit, filled with light, life force energy, and love. Thank you, God. Thank you for this healing gift. I am now in a perfect state, filled with love and gratitude. Thank you.